Stop. Just for a moment, stop everything. Look up at that vast, deep blue expanse we call the sky. We take it for granted, don't we? We think it's just gas, light, and infinite space. But what if it's a ceiling? What if the horizon isn't a distance, but a boundary? A crystal clear, electromagnetic cage. We aren't looking at infinity. We are looking at the walls of our own terrarium. The ancients weren't primitive. They were observant. From the ancient Hebrew rakia to the Greek stereoma, every major civilization described a solid dome, a firmament, a structure so massive it held back the celestial oceans. Today, science calls this the Van Allen belts. They say it's a radiation shield. I ask you, is it protecting us, or is it containing us? Think about the year 1962. The world's superpowers did something strange. They didn't launch a satellite. They launched a nuclear warhead. 1.4 megatons. Exploded 400 kilometers up. They called it Operation Fishbowl. Think about that name. You only name it Fishbowl if you think you're inside one. The explosion didn't just light up the sky. It rippled, like a stone thrown into a pond. High-frequency sensors recorded something impossible. The atmosphere didn't just absorb the shock. It vibrated, like a giant bell, like a solid structure reacting to a blow. They wanted to see if the sky would crack. And ever since then, we haven't tried to leave. Why? Now, ask yourself, why are there no-fly zones over the center of Antarctica? Why does the Antarctic Treaty, signed by every powerful nation on Earth, prohibit independent exploration of the ice? Perhaps because Antarctica isn't just a continent. It is the foundation, the point where the electromagnetic dome meets the ground. A frozen perimeter, guarded by those who know the truth. They don't want you to find the edge. They don't want you to touch the glass. Consider the moon, the only celestial body that fits perfectly over the sun during an eclipse. A mathematical impossibility or a calculated design? If the sky is a shield, then the moon is the observation deck. It doesn't rotate. It only shows us one side. Like a camera permanently fixed on a laboratory floor. We are being watched through the very lights we wish upon. Now, consider the physics. Plasma is the fourth state of matter. At high enough frequencies, it becomes a perfect mirror for electromagnetic waves. If the firmament is a high-energy plasma shield, then the stars we see might not be distant suns. They could be reflections. A projection of light bouncing off the ceiling of our cage. Listen to the sky. Have you heard the skyquakes? Those unexplained booms echoing from the clouds? Scientists say it's gas or pressure, but we know better. It's the sound of the machine struggling to maintain the illusion. The hum of the plasma as the simulation strains under its own weight. This is why we can't observe the true universe. We are trapped in a feedback loop. The simulation doesn't need to build an infinite galaxy. It only needs to build a screen. A screen made of ionized gas and magnetic fields. A beautiful, terrifying blue lie. Genesis 1, verse 7. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above. Above the glass, there is something else, something watching us through the ripples. We are not alone, but we are certainly not free. Subscribe. Before the system resets, the void is watching.